Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing and full review of the Teslong inspection camera. According to the listing, it says 8mm dual lens, 4.5 inches screen, Endoscope-Borescope with 32GB card, 16.4 feet waterproof cable, 1080p display screen, 6 LED lights, IP67 waterproof, and it is $99 currently on Amazon. There are a lot of these things, or let's say similar things. Some come with the screen and some come without the screen. Some have just some kind of wireless option, so you have to use your own phone. Yeah, if you have to use your phone, it's of course a little bit prone to damage. I mean, sometimes you have to use these things on really difficult situations, and then the phone can drop or be smashed or crashed or whatsoever. So I think it's quite some advantage if you buy something like that with the screen, even if the screen has a little bit lower resolution maybe or lower quality than your phone. The packaging looks pretty simple. There's almost nothing on it except the detail information from the product number, but really we don't get any information. Box is even open, it's not secure, but I don't think they sent me a used one. So the good thing is this box here, which is a really nice transportation box. It's very well protected when you have to take it to another place, or yeah, I'll have to check how to open that. Yeah, so here we get the cable. What's really interesting to know how stable that is or how sturdy that is. In general, this review is to find out if something like that is really useful. I mean, it's not super cheap. It's not just $10 or $20, it's $100. So we have to know before we buy something like that it's really useful. Does it has any real life value? Is it possible to see something which you don't see usually? If you have to look into something down the drain to find out what's clogged or what's the problem, or in the car or on the roof, or yeah, I think there are a lot of different situations when you want to look into something, deep into something, maybe into a pipe which has some windings, and so something like that could be useful. But this review is about to find out how useful this really is. We get, I think that's a charging cable. Don't know what that is. We'll find out. And here on this side, there's this screen. By the way, the screen is, yeah, it has a cover here, but it has also, I think, some kind of Gorilla Glass or protected glass. So, yeah, it has a decent size, not too small, not too large. I think that's some kind of tripod mount, but definitely not a standard tripod mount. It's a little bit small, but looks like, yeah, it's decent protected. I mean, we have some kind of, it's not super soft plastic, it's not really rubber, it's a little bit, I think it's a little bit better quality than maybe this thing here. So the things which are prone to damage are a little bit better protected. That's good. So that's what we get. And let's check the instructions. I think the instructions could be a little bit more intense than usual, but I'm still trying to show you more or less everything. Let's find out how many languages we have. That's Asian language, something, Chinese, Japanese, or German. Yeah, that's nice, good for me. And English, yeah, just 4 languages. So 6 pages in English, that's not much, so I'm going to show you that so you can make a better buy decision. Or if you buy used and don't get it with the instructions, or you lost the instructions, it can always be helpful. So I hope it's focusing nicely so you can see everything. If you don't need that, yeah, just skip 1 or 2 minutes. If you want to look at this, just make sure you go to the highest resolution, 1080p usually, and put every page on pause so I have plenty of time to read everything. So here the functions, installation, language settings, the specs, copy photo to computer, yeah, and here it's already German. Yeah, that was it. Pretty short, straightforward. I think there's not much to do, but I think we have to charge it anyway. I'll go and read a little bit through that, and if necessary I'll charge that, and then we start and see where we can use or how we can use that. So I've charged the device and I'm going to show you how fast it was. It was strange a little bit at the beginning. It had to find its way, how fast. Yeah, it is actually fully charged, so it doesn't go up to the original value. I can tell you it was a little bit more than 0.5 amps, and with a charge of 2500 amps, yeah, it's gonna take around 5 hours, so a little bit more than what they actually have been saying in the instructions. By the way, I have also checked how much charge we lost. It's around 1200 milliamps, so it was around 50% charged when it arrived here. So by the way, that's the port where we have to charge. That's the USB-C. Here we see that we have the USB-C protected, that's good. And we have also the micro USB card already inside. And the pins are up and the face is down. So, and it is a 32, yeah, it's having a little bit problem when I'm focusing too close. It's 32 gigabytes. I've not tested it. It's definitely not a major brand, but I guess it's working. I mean, 32 gigabytes are not too expensive, so yeah, it's easy to take it out or push it back just with the fingernail, and then make sure you cover this nicely to, yeah, have it waterproof or dust proof or whatever it is. So on the other side we have of course the port for the camera, and I'm going to try that now. So I've been trying around a little bit with these parts to find out what it is, and it looks like we have two things here which are really nice, and they are not even described. It's crazy. I mean, these things are really almost the most useful things here. That's a hook which you can place at the very end, and also a magnet to grab something. So if you have lost or something is stuck down in the drain, so you can attach that. Looks like we can just unscrew this here. There's a thread here, and then we can place, let's say, this magnet here. We can put this on top here. So if you have lost something, magnetic screw or something like that, you can go into the thing and then it should hold like something. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, it's not a very strong magnet. So here I have a stainless steel knife. So let's imagine we want to grab this knife, and yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, it looks like the problem was the screw and the problem is not the magnet. So we can grab something like that, or we can something grab with this hook. So that this can be really helpful to unclog like a pipe or so. The plug is like, looks like standard USB-C, but of course it's a different thing. I think you cannot just replace it with any kind of USB-C camera. It is some kind of proprietary mechanism or camera, but yeah, let's turn it on and see how this really works. So we have to, yeah, here we have it, just long press. And of course we have to remove this protection to have a little bit better view. Yeah, as far as the instructions go, I think we have to turn it off and then attach the camera. So let's do that. Okay, so here we are. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult with this cable here, but we can definitely bend it. Maybe not 1000 times, but of course you have to bend it a little bit to use it properly. So yeah, for me I think it's better when you have the button here on top. We insert this here and we turn it on. So let's see if we get an image. So I made the picture a little bit wider because I wanted to show you something about the stiffness or sturdiness of the cable, and you can see that's about almost 2 feet long, and I hold it and you can see it's absolutely straight and it's not going down. When I make it a little bit longer than 2 feet, it tends to bend a little bit down. So definitely, yeah, when it's at about 2.5 feet, so there's definitely too much weight and it tends to go down, but until about 2 feet it can easily hold the weight, so that's really positive. So it has quite some sturdiness. You can bend it, you can have it straight, you can just do it as you want. But of course this can also be a disadvantage when it's not flexible enough and too sturdy. So if you imagine you have to go down the drain underneath a sink which have a 90 degrees angle or even 180 degrees angle, there's no way that you can get into this pipe. So I made the test again with the knife and I have made it a little bit darker, or I make it now a little bit darker here. So it's not absolutely dark, but just a little bit, and I have placed the knife now in the box. It's a little bit protected, so it's dark inside, as you can see. So from the camera you can see that you can see nothing, so it's pretty dark. And so I'm trying to grab the thing now with the camera alone. So let's turn it on. It's a little bit limited regarding the space, so I'll bend it here a little bit down so I can use it down into the box. And so let's try to find it. And yeah, we have it here, so let's see if we can grab it so easily. Yeah, absolute success, no problem with that, and we have our knife back. That's really positive. I think you can bend this cable a couple of times, should last for a little bit, yeah, probably not forever, but it's really nice to see that you can inspect like this box, which is almost absolutely dark. You can move around and see everything, so that's pretty cool. And I mean, that's no water, it's not a thin pipe, but you can imagine that the quality will be good. So I'm take this thing a little bit away. What I can see now is that it gets a little bit warm. Some people have been complaining about that. They have been thinking that it will be damaged. Yeah, it's not really super hot. It is a little bit warm, but I don't have the impression that it's really hot. So I'm switching, and so let's now try again what we can see. Yeah, the picture is definitely better, much better without the magnet. There's much more to see, so maybe now you can see it better. So I'm at the top of the box. You can see that we can see everything, and make it even a little bit larger here. So now you have almost full screen. So I'm on top of the box. I'm going a little bit down. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to find out in which direction you have to go, of course, because there's no south and north, and you have to just find out a little bit and try around in which direction you have to go. But it's doable. You can see you can go pretty close and still have this. Here we have an interesting area. Try to go a little bit closer. You can imagine what it is. You can see when we are super close, of course, the image is not perfect anymore, but we can go pretty close, like until an inch or so. It was pretty good. I'm away now about 1 inch. Yeah, of course it's a little bit shaking. Maybe it's better when I do the test outside. Yeah, now we have the blue print here on the side. So let's check if we can show you that. Let's go closer. As you can see, we can go really close and still have pretty sharp image. But the camera now is super hot. I can tell you the camera is super hot. I can barely touch it. I think I have to turn it off now. There is no warning, but I think, yeah, it's getting really hot. Yeah, I think as long as the camera is on the water, there's no problem. I think it's a good idea to make a pause maybe after 5 minutes or so and let the camera cool down. So the camera has cooled down a little bit, and what I want to try here is to use the other camera. So when we are inside, like inside the box here, I've placed something inside. Hope you can see that. You know, I think you can see that. The problem is just it's a little bit reflecting on the glass here. But now I'm pressing the button here. Let's see if we can switch to the other camera on the side. Yeah. So this is the side. So maybe I should place something on the side. Yeah, or I take it outside. So I have the camera now outside at the wall of the cardboard. Same imprint as you have been able to see with the main camera, and I hold it here and you can see it's almost even better than the main camera. Can go really close and it's everything super sharp here. So I make this a little bit wider. The problem could be that you cannot see everything really clear. Then on the camera you can see I'm pretty close here, and you can see that everything is nicely focused, and the picture, I mean the thing what you really see in nature is even better than what you see, because the camera has a little bit problem to record the screen, but you can see that's really nice. You can switch back and forth between these two cameras at any time, so that helps. So last thing which I want to test is if it's waterproof. Yeah, what I also wanted to show you is a test with the hook. It's a little bit difficult. I've been trying before to grab something just with the hook and without looking inside, and it seems to be pretty difficult. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but you have to go really close and it's difficult to move the front, I mean the hook, in the right direction. You have to be really experienced, or yeah, it takes a little bit of time. Now I have it, you can see. Yeah, I mean it's possible, it's definitely possible, but it needs quite some experience. I mean it a little bit depends on what you have to grab. If it's just a little bit dirt, just yeah, push it in, pull it back, and probably you already have it. Yeah, some people have been complaining about that it's not waterproof, or it got some humidity or fog inside. So let's try this. And I highly recommend to do waterproof test before you run out of warranty or the 30-day return period has expired. So let's turn it on again and see. Yeah, by the way, have you seen how fast this works? This is really good. So no operating system to start and wait for a minute, so it works really good. So here we are, and it's almost full. By the way, it's IP67. That means actually it should be possible to submerge for I think half an hour for 1 meter, or like 3 feet, something like that. You can see the picture is pretty clear, at least around the magnet. And so you go down and you can see even inside the water the picture is pretty clear. So that's super nice. So let's grab it. Okay, we have it. and we take it out. I hope you have been able to see. I haven't checked the camera, but I mean, for me, I've been able to see everything nice and clear. So I go down a little bit again without the magnet. So I took the magnet away and put back the normal protection. It's just a little bit of protection, so the camera is recessed. And let's put something down. Yeah, put in again the screw nut, and so let's go down into the water. Hope you can see that here more or less, and it's really nice picture, so it doesn't get much better than that. So I mean, it's down in the water. When we go too close, of course it has a little bit problems focusing when we are too close, but apart from that, and see, unfortunately again, maybe it has a little bit problem focusing, but the picture here, the thing what I see is very, very clear, especially when we go a little bit further away. And now I think you can see it as well. Everything is really good. So yeah, I don't see these problems, but I mean, yeah, it doesn't have to be the same for everybody. It could be that some of the cameras are a little bit leaking. By the way, I wanted also test the side camera, but I mean, yeah, looks like it's in good shape as well. Yeah, one of the problems can be that it's not easy to twist. If you want to twist like the camera, which is on the side, you want to look into another direction, you have to twist. That's not easy. I mean, it's a sturdy cable, and sturdy means really sturdy. So I have put now the cardboard, hope you can see that. I've put the cardboard here outside of the water, and now I'm going to try to read that thing, and you can see it's pretty sharp, even from inside the water to outside, to read the imprint on the cardboard outside. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, for me, definitely no problem at all. And yeah, by the way, we have the light here. We have the light on the, also with the side camera, and we have the light as well here with the main camera. So we have light for both of the cameras where they need it. Yes, the last thing I wanted to show you the menu here. There's not much, I think. There's just the thing, you can take a picture or as many pictures as you like. You can switch to video and then start and stop the video. You can also set the light. I mean, you see here there's no light at the moment, so you can turn on the light fully, or you can dim it a little bit. There are, I think, 3 different settings, and that's also a good thing. So if you don't need the light, just turn it off, and I think it won't produce any heat anymore, because 99% of the heat probably comes from the LED. So you can see these options which you have, or at least use low light. I mean, you can see here the picture is still very good, and it will definitely produce less heat. And we have also some settings here. That's the recording setting, the resolution, either 720p or 1080p, which you can select here for the, I think that's the video. I think that's depending on where you are. I mean, now we are on the video. Yeah, when we switch to the picture, yeah, now we are in the picture mode, and when we go to the settings and click for the resolution, there's only the 2 megapixels. So it's depending on where you are, what you see in the settings here. That's really important. So when you see the video, you will change the resolution of the video. When you see the photo, when you see the photo, you will change the resolution of the photo. And also there's another option here, of course, for playing. Here we are on playing, and yeah, it's even recording with the sound, obviously. You can see we can go through all the images and videos here, up and down, and we can even play video. it does even record the audio. That's a good thing. So if you want to make some notes, like you and you have nothing to write, you can keep recording the video, and everything what you say will be recorded in the video. That's really important here. So regarding the settings here, we have also specific settings for the slideshow, like for the gallery. So there's delete protection and slideshow, and here some other thing. I think these are the general settings here, which are the same for everything. So when we go to the photo, for example, we have the thing here which is for the photo, like resolution, timestamp, shutter sound. When we press again, we have the general settings as well here, like auto power off, language, daytime format, default settings, and version. So I think that's about it for me. That's looking pretty cool. I mean, I haven't found any disadvantages. Looks like everything is working really good, definitely as expected. No flaws. Quality seems to be really good. It's waterproof. There's no fog, no water inside. And for me, absolutely everything is working. And I'll put down the link to the listing on Amazon down into the description, so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it.
Yeah, I think something like this belongs to every household. I remember I bought something similar about 10 years ago, and it was total rubbish and actually not worth the money, even when it was much cheaper. So this, I think, is really good invested money. So if something goes down the drain, you are able to catch it immediately. You don't have to go to the store or buy it on Amazon and wait a couple of days till you get the thing. So this is something which you should have always on hand.
And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.